Like this morning, I thought, fuck TikTok, like I ain't putting up with this shit anymore. People move weird because everything I've done is just a retaliation of what they've done to me first. But people forget that and they sit and they plead that they're innocent and they plead that they haven't done anything wrong. Like Miss Red for starter. Let's start with Miss Red. Okay. So what happened with Miss Red? Oh yeah. I was firmly friends with all them lot on that side. I saw them repeatedly saying that EQ had been in bed with a kid, she was this and that. I started to see through it all and thought, nah, this is mad. I switched up and switched sides. I didn't even really switch sides. There wasn't really a side to switch to. I just called it out for what it is and said it was wrong. Oh, what was the backlash of that? Oh yeah, Luke. Then Luke got involved because I'd gone against Miss Red. Started calling me every name under the sun. I'm this and that. I've slept with everyone. I look like Pete Burns. I'm this, I'm that. Da, 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 da. Let's not go there for the appearances because I'm sorry. But you, I know what your mum and I know what your dad looks like, Luke. And you all look like you were made in a lab. It's giving Sweet Home Alabama. It's giving your mum and dad are siblings. Do not come for me about my appearance. Right. So I've just got that one off my chest. So let's just remember that that's where that started. Now, where did my beef with Corey start? Oh, yeah, Zia. Zia started it. Corey's response was to... Did you hear my stomach rumble then? Corey's response was to show all my private messages, which I'd sent to his mod, Sarah, and Chantel. In a little group chat we had. He lied and said he met up with Chantel. Well, that ain't adding up because I know that she had a baby within a couple days after that. Don't chat shit. You've never met in real life. You're a compulsive liar. So he started it, but he didn't go for me, which was weird. He went for Levi instead. And then he kept goading me, going at loads of shit. He then he lied. He said that I told him on the phone that I told my ex-partner to unalive himself. Yes, Red did as well. Shut up, Angie's headband. You're always in here. I don't like you. Get out. So he said that I told him that on the phone. Now, we all know that didn't happen because I never said that. But we'll get to Corey and how his lies get caught out. So that's where my beef with Corey started. He sat on the internet and said that. I gave him the opportunity. I got in touch with Levi. I said, you know when you've said before in the past about this recording of the phone call with Corey? Oh, yeah. Do you have it? Because I want it to use against him. There we go. And that's how we got with that situation. Corey then sat on live. And now remember, right, I have got the memory of an elephant. Corey's got the physique of an elephant, but I've got the memory of an elephant. So just remember that. I remember everything, exactly how it happens. Thank you, JD, darling. So I then said that I was going to Toxic Dan Get Out. I then said I was going to play this recording I have of Corey. Now, Corey knew about this recording. Because I already told him about it prior when I was friends with him, which he knows. You can shortly Toxic Dan. Let me do my thing. So he then, I then said, yeah, I'm going to play, I've got this recording. He then said that Levi had stalked a 17-year-old and then a 15-year-old girl. The age kept changing, and that he had her dad ready to come on his platform if I played this voice recording, which Corey knew what it was. So I didn't want to do that in the end to Corey because I thought I don't want to go lower. But then you kind of took the power off me because if I then hadn't done it, then it would look like I was covering for something with Levi that wasn't true. Because I have spoken to Levi's ex-partner. I know her age. I know everything. So I know the whole situation. Okay. So let's just get that one straight. And I have no reason to defend Levi because he is firmly in my bad books. And you know me, when I crash out, I throw whoever under the bus. I don't give a fuck. So if I had then not played this recording of Corey, it would have looked like I was hiding something for Levi, which wasn't the case. So I knew that I had no choice, but he'd pulled my hand out to do it then. So that's why I played the recording of Corey. Did I regret it afterwards? Yeah, I felt awful doing it because I thought, oh God, like I was actually friends with this guy. Yeah, admittedly for like 3 months. It wasn't long. He just rang me crying all the time about problems in his life and about men. All day, every day, just calling me, crying about everything. I didn't give a fuck. It was annoying. But anyway. So that's when Corey then decided to bring everything with my brother to the app. He knew about it, and my story will still constantly stay the same because it is not a lie. He called me prior when we were friends and said, I have had a fake account message me, sending me your brother's name, saying he's done this and that. And I said on the phone, well, they'd be daft to put it out there because I was one of his victims. And he said it was either Candyman or it was Levi. And I said, it'll probably be neither of them. And I was in Yorkshire trading at the time when he called me, and I remember ringing Levi afterwards and telling him about it. And I was like, what the hell? That's so weird. Why would they message Corey when I'm friends with Corey? Which makes me now believe that there was never a message to Corey about that back then, which was, I don't know, maybe February, March time. I don't know. Must have been February. So yeah, that happened, but he still denies it. So he knew about it. And he's even said, oh, I'll get in touch with EQ Minx, all them lot, and tell them not to run with it because obviously it's something that you went through as well, and it will look bad on them if they did. I don't know why he said he had to get in touch with EQ Minx because she had nothing to do with it, but whatever. And then that's when I started saying shit about him. That's when I made the AI video about him and his whole life. So just bear that in mind, that everything I do on this app is a reaction. If I hear you sat talking shit about me when you don't know me, just know that you will get no reaction from now on. Because I don't give a fuck. You don't know why I was so cruel to Miss Red? I'll tell you why I was so cruel to Miss Red. Because she's a piece of shit. That's why I was so cruel to Miss Red. Because she sat there wrongly accusing someone of being a PDF for months with her friend and let her friend do it. She sat there and allowed people to chat the most shit in her boxes about people without facts. She doesn't call people out when she should. And she's a pussy. That's why I was like that to Miss Red. It was only a few days ago, Miss Red cam-tooed me and Zach cam-tooing her and just went in on me for no reason. That's why I started calling her Mr. Blobby. So don't sit there and think Miss Red is fucking innocent. Miss Red and Luke are the most toxic people on this app. Now, I've only been on this side of this app for 7-8 months. I don't want to be on this side of the app anymore. You've all got issues, like serious issues. Whether it be the fact your parents didn't love you, whether it be the fact that your kids hate you. One or the other, you've got issues. And it's weird. And I have never seen so many people move so mad. It's just not normal behaviour from these people. Thank you, Rory, darling. Yeah, she is one of the worst on the app. She just tries to hide it, but her mask is slowly slipping. Now, this is me saying now. Yeah, do you know what? I'm noticing this pattern that me and Zach seem to be the fall guys all the time. This is what I find weird. Like, why do they go for me and Zach? Is it because they know we've been through really traumatic things and they think they can push us to the edge? Is it because of that? Because I'm not some weak fucking person. Thank you, Kate. I'm not fucking weak. I'm not scared of anybody. I'm not scared of any threats anyone wants to give to me. Exactly, Linda. This is what I mean. I am on here purely to just make money, to feed my kids and do my caravan. That's it. I couldn't give a fuck about anyone else. I don't believe there ever was like a rat pack and a clique, I'll be honest, because I'm watching the supposed clique crumble. Like, I've missed a lot that's happened today because I've been sleeping, but I get sleepy when I'm on my period. But I don't want no involvement on this side of TikTok anymore, I've decided. Because I think something, you know, when you just feel like something's gonna happen and you just want to stay away. I've seen a recording warrior review in the box, yeah. I don't want to be involved in it because I feel like shit's gonna hit the fan very soon. And that was kind of how I felt prior as well with other stuff, and then it did. I don't know if I've got like psychic capabilities or something. But I actually just don't give a fuck about these people. And I'm sat there today, right? So I had to go into school for a meeting about my youngest and things like that because of his... There's something going on. And I think I know, but obviously I'm not even going to say anything because I don't actually care. Thank you. Thank you, Jess, my darling. And I just think that some people are going to find themselves very, very unstuck. And what happens in the dark always comes to light. Just remember that. And you think you can get away with doing things behind the scenes. But I think all these other people are soon going to start seeing things for what it is. And seeing who the people are working behind the scenes all the time. Because the difference with me is that when I have something to say, I'll just fucking do it. I don't need to keep secrets. When have I ever lied to any of you? Never. Now, I've just watched Corey change his story 3 fucking times about this situation with Luke. And I'll tell you now, what he's done, because this is standard Corey, is he has sat there, got really angry for whatever reason, kicked off, said too much, and then tried to go back on it. That's what's happened. And it's getting weird. Yeah. It is really, really weird. It's very, very strange. I just think the problem here with it all, right, I think a lot of them are doing shit on the phone. Yeah, a lot of them are doing things behind the scenes and shitting on their own friends. And I just think, like, why am I feeling sympathy for Luke after what he's done to me in the past? Do you know what I mean? Why am I feeling sympathy for him? I shouldn't do, really, should I? But that's because I'm an empathetic person. And I just think, fucking hell, Corey's just thrown him straight under the bus. And the fact that he's saying he's got a recording of him, whether he has or not, we don't know. But at the same time, it is kind of karma, isn't it? That's what I've got to think. Like, Luke, you've been a shitty person and sometimes you deserve what's coming. But then at the same time, I just think, like, God, I was in that position with Corey once where I was friends with him and he tried to shit on me as well. Just didn't work because he had nothing on me. So that's me just saying now, like, I don't want nothing with any of these creators. There's a couple I'll talk to and that is it. Because what Corey said last night was fucking gross. Like, let's be realistic. To even think like that's mad. Yeah, I think that's why I feel bad for Luke, because Corey did it to me. And I just thought, what the fuck? All the times I've picked up the phone while you're crying about your dead grandma and shit to me, and this is how you treat me. What the fuck? Like, I've sat there on the phone to you for an hour while you're sobbing and crying and shit like that, and I'm thinking you just shit on me. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? You ain't bad. And he's just weird. I've actually never personally done anything bad to Corey. And it's, you know, I can sit there. I don't want to talk to Corey. Fucking hell, bloody hell, no way. You'd rather, I'd sooner write to prisoners than have a conversation with him. But I've just sat and, like, observed how everybody's moved. Thank you. I don't know why Luke goes at Zach so much. I really don't know. And I think I don't like how he goes at Zach. And I do speak to Zach a lot. Like, I am actual friends with Zach. I don't know if it's like a jealousy thing or, yeah, maybe he fancies him. I don't know. I don't get it. I can't figure it out. I do think I think he's jealous of Dan as well, yeah. I think he's seen Dan come in. Well, I said this, didn't I, the other week? How many times have I predicted stuff and it's happened? He's seen Dan come in. Dan's got more so of the shock factor. It's a new character. People are enjoying listening to him. And then Corey's like, I need to up the ante and do something else. Because it's weird. That Danielle Louise is weird though. I blocked her. She's a very strange person. But yeah, I do have empathy for anyone. No matter who it is, I do feel empathy. Because look, like, I hated EQ prior. But I just felt so much empathy because I just saw everyone going at her all the time. And then I thought, hang on a minute, there's no actual solid evidence of this happening. And I just felt bad for her, and that's why I defended her even though we didn't like each other. Like, I don't give a fuck what someone's done to me in the past. I don't care, but if I feel like they don't deserve something and that something's too far, I'll call it out and I'll say, no, that's wrong. But I just don't understand it. And I'm, like, living in my peaceful era right now. And I've just been watching Talia's live as well. And I just thought, like, things are coming out that they don't want to come out. And obviously I don't think... A lot of people were saying at first Talia was lying and that it didn't happen and that her and Ricky set it up. But now they're all saying, oh, no, it did happen. Yeah, of course, everyone knew something was going to happen. Well, hang on a minute. You all sat there when it happened and said it didn't happen and that they've set it up. Now you're all saying this. Oh, yeah, Corey sent people over. He just wants attention, bless him, because he didn't get hugged as a child. Cockapoo drops them all in it. Cockapoo's weird. She's an alcoholic. She's got more important things to deal with. Yeah, she dropped Fran straight in it. Because then, what Corey's done now, right? Well, to be honest, it wasn't really more so Cockapoo, was it? It was more Corey. So the reason that Corey's probably backtracking now is because Fran's had to come forward and take full blame for it all, which is now going to be all over the internet as a digital footprint. So whatever police case is going, he can't even argue it now because he's just sat on live and admitted it. Like, what the fuck? These are the worst criminals I've ever seen in my life. Like, I've never known anything like it. Why are you telling everybody your moves? Why are you telling people on the internet you barely know your moves? And then admitting to it afterwards while trying, like, what the fuck? I've never known anything like it. Cockapoo did. They'd never make it as professional criminals. No, they wouldn't. The mouths are too big. I feel like Pearl was being like extremely shifty and quiet. I don't know if it's because she was... I think there's a lot of panicking. Because as soon as... I think the problem is now... Luke's very erratic, isn't he? Let's face it. He's very unstable. I think... Thank you, Rory. That is so loud. What the hell? The problem is that I think that they don't want Luke to get dropped in something, because Luke is he's a big mouth and everything will come out. Look at how he's just said all that about that Zara. Her body language was her body language was screaming that she knew something, and she was nervous. She was biting her nails. She was nervous. Doesn't take a genius to see that. Now, I don't do shit behind the scenes. I don't do anything behind the scenes. If I've got something to say, I've always just said it with chest to myself. Because that's just the kind of person I am. I wouldn't say anything on here I wouldn't say to your face. But I think, I don't know if Fran's listening, but Fran, if you are, you've been played massively in this situation. You've been used as a pawn against them all. And now you're in the shit and you're the fall guy. Pearl admits having the same call as Corey. I don't know. I didn't hear that bit. No, not you, Fran. No, not you. Luke's cousin, Fran. And I just can't see how people aren't seeing it's the same groups of people doing the same shit over and over. Why is she going at Zach? I just don't want to... Do you know what gets to me, right, is that I've got so much going on in my personal life, like I told you all, with like grandparents and stuff like that. You know, my ex-partner died in March. My kid is struggling at preschool, like struggling. I've been pulled into a meeting this morning about it. He can't get a diagnosis because he's 3. He's nearly 4. Like, I have got too much on my plate to give a fuck about what these, like, adults are doing. I really couldn't care less. But why have I just spent, like, 3 months defending people for them to just act like nothing happened? Like, you feel like you defend people, and I don't know, maybe it's a thing for viewers, how you guys feel too, but when you feel like you're putting your own emotions into it, and I always tell you all the time, don't do it, because fuck knows what's a setup and what's not. I just feel like I've had so much unnecessary stress in my life for strangers on TikTok that I'll probably never meet. And don't get me wrong, there's a couple people on here that I will always have their back no matter what, because they're real life friends and I will have their back. But at the same time, I think, why are we all putting so much energy into people who, they don't give a fuck about you? They just block you in a second, guys. Like, they don't care. The second you disagree with them, you're blocked. Now, things are starting to add up a bit to me now, right? He's already been referred, he's already been to the paediatricians. So, I'll always defend Zach. I love Zach. Yeah, do you know what? I think that's the thing. My eyes have opened. I'm going to be honest, my eyes have opened because why is it the Angie's defending me and calling out Corey, saying he was wrong. Now, don't get me wrong, they'll probably be back all right within 24 hours. That's why I don't see anything too deep on here. I don't really care. But I just find it mad that it's like the people I'd least expect to defend me that are. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I wasn't watching because I went to bed, but I did hear that. It does. It makes you question everything, because then, do you know what? Like, I'll be so real. Like, I had Zia shit on me. I've had all them fucking messages from people saying Zia's been saying this about you since March. Like, what the fuck? Get fucked, you wrinkly old hag. Like, why are you talking shit about me behind my back? But yeah, I feel like people on this app just shit on you when you're no use to them anymore. That's how it feels. And I don't want the negative energy around me anymore. I feel like I've had so much therapy over the years to be such a positive person, and like, oh my God, I think if most people had been through what I have, they wouldn't be here anymore. And there was times in my life where I didn't want to be here anymore. And I still get thoughts like that sometimes because of what I've been through. And it's like, I just think it's hard because it's like, fucking hell, like, I don't know, it's wild. But it's like, I just care about my kids. I don't give a fuck about any of you people on the internet. Kay, who are we on about? Who's the certain person? Does it begin with H? Zach does adore me, bless him. Oh, thank you, Johnny Bravo. Thank you. So, Hustle. Oh, sorry. Oh my God. Thank you. I just accidentally said it, Kay, sorry. I was going to say a full sentence. I think I need a wee. But I just feel like these people will laugh about all the money they make from doing this wild stuff. I don't want to do it anymore because I'm looking at myself and I'm thinking, this isn't me. Like, I'm not this person. Like, I spent years being an evil, nasty person because I was so upset and like angry at the world because of things that have talked to me. That have happened to me even. Sorry, I just read something. Because of things that have happened to me. And it's like, I look at like my 10-year-old son's life now, and I think like his life is so much better than mine was. And like, I look at him and I think like, how like carefree and easy is his life compared to what mine was like at his age. And you can say what the fuck you want about me. I don't expect people to like me. You owe me nothing. Like, I don't care. But all I care about is what my children think about me. And my children love me more than anything. And I just don't want my kids to ever go through the life that I had to go through. And then I'm sat watching parents on here act like moving mad, saying the most weirdest shit. And I just think that No, I'm not going to cry, I'm fine. But I just think that it's just insane, because they'll sit there and they'll go, I've been through this, I've been through that, but then they act mad. Like, what? Like, let's use Alicia, for example. She was crying when Zach said he would love to booyaka her in the face or something like that. Oh my God, I've been through DV. I'm going to say something controversial here. In fact, no, I'm not actually, because I'll get cancelled. I'm going to think it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to be that person. But what I'm going to say is, you cried when Corey said what he said about my brother the last time and what he did to me. You sat on live crying, saying I nearly got dragged into a van. It's a shame it didn't go over you. It's a shame they didn't hit you with it. Now that's the nice version of what I want to say. The thought police will be after you. Literally. You cried about when you were 18 nearly getting pulled into a van. But then you sat there going, I called Corey out, but then your besties with him the next day. You don't stand on business. You're friends with many people on this app who have done very questionable shit. But then you're the first one to talk shit about other people when they do it. So your opinion's completely invalid, let's be real. My stomach's going crazy. I've not eaten all day. I need something to eat. She's not a girl's girl, is she? Let's face it. Like, put aside the fact something was said to me and pay more attention to the fact that there was other women that have been through the same, or maybe their children have been through it, or their families have been through it. She calls everyone trauma dumpers though, and that's the problem. Some of us have no choice but have our traumas brought to this app. We don't even get a say. I had to come live and show pictures of bruises on me and nasty abusive messages and police emails to prove that I went through DV. Why the fuck did I even do that? Like, I'm sitting back looking at it now and I think, why the fuck did I even come on and prove anything to anybody? Thank you, Jane Duffy. Like, who the fuck do I have anything to prove to anyone? I don't give a fuck. I don't care what any of you think of me. I really couldn't care less. I know what happened. But notice how the stories of everyone else always change. Like Corey said, oh yeah, all she did was send me a picture of a black eye. That proved nothing. I never showed you a picture of a black eye. I've never had a black eye before. So what the fuck are you on about? The picture I showed you was a bruise on my arm that was shaped like literally a hand with fingerprints. But you're from where I was dragged and thrown onto the floor because another man looked at me. For no other reason other than another man looked at me. Imagine that. Just walking home from having a night out in a city, walking back to the hotel, and another man looked at me. And I get thrown onto the floor, dragged by my arm and thrown onto the floor. So do not even try, even question anything I've been through. Because half of you could not fucking handle it. And things that have happened in my past is enough to tear families apart. Which it did do. It ruined my family completely. My family still is not repaired from it. Nearly 16, 17 years later. The family is still torn. Everyone hates each other. But as I have to keep reminding everyone that I wasn't the only victim. There was another family member and multiple other girls. So you aren't just dragging what happened to me, because let's face it, what 11-year-old lies down for somebody to do that? You've got no choice. You are 11. And I've been very open with the fact that I was a mute and I didn't even fucking talk.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you, darling. I was a mute. I didn't speak. And this is why I worried. Like, I had a fucking breakdown at school this morning when the head teacher pulled me in about Blake and obviously his lack of speech and everything, because I'm like worried for what might happen to him and he can't tell me, because it just reminds me of what my childhood was like and how I couldn't speak up because I just didn't talk. And I don't know why I didn't talk. I just didn't. I'm just going for a wee. And then I'm sat there like crying to the head teacher today, and I'm like, I'm scared for like his future, if he's getting picked on or anything happening to him and he just can't tell me. And it's sad when you have to live a life like that. And like, I just worry because of things that my own children might go through one day. 1 minute, I'm having a wee, I'm going to mute. But yeah, anyway, I just feel like people are just so fucking hypocritical on here. And I think a lot's going to come to light now on who the people are that are the shitty people behind the scenes, that I've been saying for a long time are doing shit behind the scenes, that are shitty people. And nobody believed me. I was the bad guy. And that's just what annoys me, because when you speak up against these people, you're the fucking villain. And it's like, you could be petty and I could be really fucking low and I could go and I could put all their family's personal information out. I could put everyone's family details out. I could put everyone's addresses, everyone's fucking private information out. Not just them, their parents, their siblings, their children, their adult children. Do you know what I mean? You could do that, but I ain't going to do that. Because it achieves nothing. And I just think, do you know what? Like, I'm done with everyone. Like, I just don't want no involvement in, like, the drama or anything like that. Because none of you will ever fucking grow up. You've got Miss Red, who's at least fucking 55, sat in a kitchen smoking, living off TikTok drama for entertainment because her life's boring. Sorry, nobody else. Just Canadian Angie. Like, fuck off. I'm done with everyone. I just feel like... I don't know, I just feel fucking shit on. Yeah, but Corey won't apologise. That's the thing. I don't want no apology off Corey. I want to see him 6 feet under. That's what I want to see of Corey. I just don't want to fucking talk to anyone. Like, since when do we start using, like, abuse people went through as a child as a counterargument of an argument? Like, how is that fucking normal? And why do people sit there? And I'm sorry, but I don't give a fuck if you sit and fucking battle them people who do it. Like, fuck that, no. I'm not doing it anymore. Where the fuck, what is wrong with people? It's fucking weird. Like, I'm a mother. I couldn't think of anything worse than my own children going through that. There'd be nothing worse. And if that happened to anybody else on this app, I would be fighting their corner no matter who it was. Because that's not, you don't use that against someone. Like, that's fucking weird. You've got a weird, sick mind. And I'm just watching all these people who hate each other, all besties, all together. It's fucking weird. Like, what the fuck? Thank you. But I have held so many lives about, like, protecting children on the internet, things like that, because there's reasons I don't allow my children to use the internet. There's reasons why my 10-year-old's not allowed fucking TikTok and not allowed social media for that exact reason. Like, because there's fucking weirdos on here. And I'm telling you now, Corey's the kind of person that shouldn't be allowed within 10 fucking miles of a child. It's weird to come out with that. What a weird person. I've not even eaten all day because I just feel physically sick that somebody says that. Like, it's fucking weird. Oh, God. They're just weird people. I don't know. Now, I just want to remind you all, remember when Corey was in EQ's live and he said, I'm going to go cause some trouble? And he started playing a voice note of Miss Red's box of Luke, and Luke dropped him out the box. Do you remember that? Corey's been building up a file on Luke for a while. And he's played the long game. Because we know he's been trained by EQ what to do. And that's one thing EQ always says, because she said it to me before as well. She's quite clever how she does it. And she's like, play the long game with him. Don't give your hand straight away. That's one of the main things she says to people. And that's what Corey's done. He's waited until he's needed some form of damage control. So he's done this to Luke tonight to deflect from what he's done. He thought, I need something that's going to uproar the app. And that's what he's done. And I think if you can't see that, you are stupid. I haven't fallen out with anyone. I'm just staying in my own lane. My stomach's going crazy. I just want to do my caravan in peace. Like, these people are so weird. I just can't stop thinking about how weird they are. It's not normal. Thank you, Observer. Like, Observer, what do you think about what you're seeing right now? Because I know you've been around a while and you see pretty much everything. Like, do you think this is crazy? Like, I'm not just, like, thinking this is wild. Like, surely you agree. Yeah, it is. It's weird. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, guys. I just can't understand it. It's so strange. But do you know what? Like, I've had these issues in the last year with another creator who's not even on Drama Talk. And it only took 6 months for him to show who he really was and everyone else see it and know that I wasn't chatting shit and I was being so brutal about it. No, that's the thing. It's insane. I feel like people sell their soul on here. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Thank you, darling. I feel like people genuinely do just sell their soul. Thank you. That scared me as well. My heart like stopped for a second. I really don't understand it. Like, this is your digital footprint forever. Thank you, guys. I think the thing is, right, I know who the people are that have reached out to me and checked in on me and things like that. Like, I had so many messages today off, like, people who come in my lives. But there's only 2 creators on this app that reached out to me just to say, like, I hope you're okay, I love you there. 2. Like, what the fuck? But obviously there's other people that I'm genuinely friends with and stuff on here who would do it anyway. Oh, actually 3, sorry. Yeah, 3. Yeah, Canadian Angie was, yeah. She was lovely, bless her. Yeah, I'm just watching them all, like, destroy each other's platforms. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I'm not banned on it. I've just got an account warning, so I'm using this one till it's gone. Oh, okay, thank you, Beck. The other one, Michael, not this one. I mean, you can sub to this one. I don't know how long I'll be on it for, but I don't know. I feel it's draining. I don't know how these people live like this for years on end. I really don't know. I get the ones who actually have nothing else going on in their lives because they're probably bored. But that could never be me. They tell Cockapoo to be quiet. Yeah, but Cockapoo, she knows everything. And I bet they worry. Now Cockapoo's a raging alcoholic. They worry because she says too much when she drinks. She spills the beans. Look at when she said the other week about him sending some like joke pill things to EQ's house, and that came out. I say we have to get Cockapoo really drunk so she says everything. Yeah, she did, Rory. This is what I mean when I say they're the worst criminals in the world. Like, they're actually terrible. They can't even cover their own tracks. Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you, Lulu. Yes, Mars, I'm all right. I'm just, like, bewildered. Dr. Dresser will send a crate of wine. She's probably on a wine drip. I'm just so confused. Oh, thank you, Michael. I'm so confused because it's like, when I came to this app last year, bearing in mind, right, I wasn't allowed social media. Like, my ex did not let me have social media. So, like, I would feel like I was just kind of thrown in the deep end, right? So, I didn't know what TikTok was. I didn't know anything. It's just someone that I was friends with was like, you should get TikTok. And I was like, isn't that like a kid's app? And they were like, no. And I got TikTok. Yes, new badge. You got an egg. And it's like, it was, the side I was on then was really nice. Like, it was a laugh. There was no drama. And now this side is just so weird. Yeah, Gemma. Like, I didn't have a clue. I just used to get in people's boxes, didn't I? I didn't want about it. Yeah, I didn't even know what I was doing. I just wanted to join in. That's what I mean. And then it's like, I don't want to be on this side of TikTok anymore. That's what I think it is, Lottie. Like, yes, I did, Gemma. I just used to gift people. I didn't like getting gifts. Don't get me wrong, I like getting gifts now. But I just like, yeah, I just wanted I just wanted to socialise. Like, I only came to this app for that reason. Because I just, like, found some, like, interesting characters on it, and I thought, these are quite fun people. No, I used to get in, like, Rickster's box and have a laugh with him and Darren. Like, yeah, and dare battles. I would do dare battles. That was fun. And then Sussy was Sussy. That's a whole other story. I just feel like this app's like it changes people for the worst. And like I've noticed, like I don't feel like me anymore. So I've the last couple of weeks said like I'm staying away from it. Don't get me wrong, I've said the odd thing here and there, clapping back. But then I thought, nah, I just don't really want to. I don't want to be involved in the drama. I just want to. I don't mind watching it, but I don't want to be in it. And it's like they're still trying to drag me into it. I don't want to be involved. Stop talking about me. I don't care what you guys are doing. I'd rather make less money on here and be happy. I had an ex-boyfriend who sold his business for £3 million. We had a good life. We were here, there and everywhere, different countries, nice cars, nice house, everything, all the designer stuff. And that didn't even keep me. I wasn't putting up with the shit I put up with him for that. I left with nothing and started again for my own peace. Because money doesn't make happiness. And like I've witnessed that firsthand. I've been at both ends of the spectrum with that. And it's like, I've had nothing, I've had everything. And I'll tell you what, right? Thank you. See, Gemma knows me. She can confirm. Like, I would rather just be happy with what I've got now and just be appreciative of the things I have, because there was a time in my life when I didn't have that, but then there was also a time where I had more, but I fucking didn't want to be alive anymore. Like, I was having a breakdown every day. And then I've noticed this like pattern that I'm getting back into that stage of like my mental headspace just not being where it should be. Exactly, Gemma. And I think like I would rather people, like yesterday, right? I was like, last night I was laid in bed thinking, I cried in bed for like 4 hours, right? Like 4 hours straight of just solid crying. My eyes were sore as fuck this morning. And I was just laid in bed crying, and I was just like, do you know what? Fuck this, I'm coming off TikTok. And then I just thought like today I just had like this moment where I thought like, this works around me and my children. And do I just switch things up and see who the real ones are? Because I would rather people support me on here because they like me rather than they hate the person I'm currently having beef with. Do you get what I mean when I say that? Because a lot of people, like, for example, say Luke and Corey are going at each other. People who hate Corey are just going to out of spite go give Luke. People who hate Luke are going to out of spite go give Corey. So it's not because they like that person. It's because they hate the other person. They really dislike them. Now, I'd rather people support me on here because they like me for who I am, rather than you just hate the person that's giving me shit or I'm beefing with, because there ain't going to be any beef anymore on my part. Thank you, Bobbles. There's going to be no beef. It's all false following, yeah, because literally in a click of the fingers, you say one thing they don't like, they're back to the other side. Thank you, Bobbles, darling. Thank you, JD. And I've just sat and I've just thought about it all. And I've just been like, just sat watching everyone, observing them. And I just think like, it's all so false. That's because that gifting ring you was in, Gemma. That's how you got that 35 bag to roll. Remember that? Yeah? But yeah, I just think... do you ever hear yourself back? What does that mean? I no doubt. That birthday live was good though. On your birthday you did well. I remember you were pissed off because your hairdresser cancelled your appointment. I remember that day clear as day. See, I told you I've got a really good memory. I can remember exactly when Gemma's hair appointment got cancelled and she was fuming. It was on her birthday. I don't know how I remember that. But, like, do you just get where I'm coming from? I would rather people just support me because they like me. I know that, yeah, Luke holds lives. Do you know what? I would like to have a conversation with Luke, like, adult to adult, off the app, and just say, like, this isn't it, Luke. Because last time I tried to have a conversation with him, he just kept raising his voice at me. I couldn't really get a word in. Because I look at everything not just from, like, a creator's point of view. I look at everything from, like, a mother's point of view as well. And it's like, I look at things... like, I look at things from, like, how would I feel if this was happening to my kid? How would I feel if my kid went through this?